There. I'm Mike Morales. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm here in the San Gabriel Valley. That gentleman out there is.
Alex Perez. We're both in Southern California. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Hi, geez, Alex. This is exciting, okay? Because I have been chasing this brand for at
Yeah.
least 2 years, maybe longer. And we're Alex. This is the first time Alex and I are actually going to have an agave spirit outside the denomination of origin. Okay, and this is special because this gentleman who is responsible for this uh, is also from California. This is Dos Volcanes.
Nice.
Isn't that nice packaging, folks? This is the 375 packaging. You get three of these
It's,
together, and
it's a,
look at that. Look at that packaging. Isn't that that's just gorgeous. Now, everything you need to know about this brand is on the back. The gentleman involved, who is the brand owner and importer of the brand and distributor, actually, is Craig Reynolds, and he is a former aide to a senator. I guess he did that like for 30 years. He worked in the Sacramento area, the Sacramento Valley, and I don't, he's got a very interesting story. If you're familiar with him, you can read all about him. We covered him in last month's issue. That would be the January issue of Tequila Aficionado magazine, where we covered the Mezcalifornia. It's called the Mezcalifornia or Mezcalifornia initiative. That's what I'm calling it. People just call it a project. He is also responsible for this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think what we need to do is break the seal, taste this stuff, and then give you all the stats and stories in between. Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah, love the bottling.
It's almost similar to the type of bottle that I've seen before from another brand. That maybe did you and I do Giggling Marlin? I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago. We did a brand called Giggling Marlin, and their bottle is somewhat similar. But these are much nicer. Look at that. And again, all the information is on the back. We're just breaking the seal on these, folks. So we bear with us as I fight and argue with the cellophane with the with the shrink wrap.
And you know what? The size is really nice, Mike, in this gift box. I mean, typically we like to receive 750s, but this is a nice size and great intro to the brand.
Yes. As we go along, you'll understand why I think Craig decided that the 375s were much more not only cost effective for him, but also affordable for us. Because we'll go into more of the stats and stories a little bit after we taste this. I'm going to use my Stossel Jarrito for the Blanco. This is the unaged version. Wow. I'm hopefully I won't be drinking cellophane. I gotta argue and fight with the cellophane. Holy cow!
I'm happy I got or I should say, I'm happy I got the brand.
Yes.
For their first try, it was broken, had to be returned.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the first attempt. Can you believe that those were broken? That all three of those arrived at Alex's place broken, and that's sad when that happens. But it happens. It doesn't happen to us very often. But I've had stuff show up melted, dissipated, things like that. So, wow, what a whiff! Holy cow! Did you catch that whiff? Wow!
I did. I'm loving it.
Woo! Wow!
And
that
comes, like you say, comes out and says hello.
Yeah, that is an intense whiff. Holy moly!
Baked agave right in the nose.
Yeah.
Beautiful color.
Beautiful color. It's pristine.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant, pristine. Shiny.
Legs and tears are beautiful. They're not overly clinging and not too runny. They're just perfect. Feel like Goldilocks, man. It's just right. But yeah, you pop that cork open, and like I said, we just broke the cellophane seal on this just now on camera, and holy moly, that is just some
That's beautiful. It's
wow.
cool.
Oh my
A little
gosh.
bit of mint, beautiful
I'm
baked
getting
agave.
like anise and fresh and
Ooh,
wow.
I got a little bit of anise. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Really clean. Little green, grassy, beautiful nose.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is an agave spirit. So this is from the Colima area, which is outside the
It
five
right.
states.
It's literally 3 miles outside of the denomination of origin boundary of Jalisco. Colima is generally considered, and it has been studied, but it's
Hmm.
the study that I found has been inconclusive, but all evidence points to that direction, that this is the cradle of tequila and mezcal, is in that Colima area with the two volcanoes in the area. So I want to taste this thing. I've been dying to taste this thing. Mm.
So the volcanic activity in that area definitely contributes to this.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Wow. Wow.
What an explosion of flavor.
Yeah, it does not mince words.
Right on the entry, it's just wham.
Wham.
It's not the heat. It's just this explosion of flavor.
Yeah.
It's I get some sweet notes, probably from the roasted agave,
Mm.
from that miel.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm. 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 And also, all of these are coming in at 41 ABV.
Mm.
Wow,
Right.
it's spicy and this is intense.
Definitely some spice. It's got a long finish.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm getting the anise notes too.
Yep. Right in the center of the glass too. Oh, by the way, no alcohol either. Wow. Uh, you're a little frozen on my screen, pal. There you're back. Okay. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. We're always at the mercy of the internet, folks.
Left me really nice, Mike.
Yeah. This is a. I don't. On my
Now
screen.
the box says it's aged more than 5 years in glass. So I guess they let it rest in glass for 5 years.
Yeah. Like maybe in Damajuanas, like they do at Jose Cuervo, where they have them in like
Yeah.
sealed in wax. I'm not exactly sure, and I've
That
never
means
seen.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we get distillers that rest. They call it resting, but they just settle in stainless steel tanks. Okay.
Right.
Um, Anything else we want to say about this flavor profile? It's intense. It's not going to get lost on in a cocktail, obviously, but it's complex too. I mean, it's not like it's just
Oh,
there's
a
so
lot
much
of
going
structure.
on.
Yeah, this is not going to get lost. This is a hefty backbone for a cocktail.
Mm. Oh my goodness!
Blanc, beautiful for sipping.
Wow.
We both like to sip blancos.
Yeah.
This is a beauty to sip.
This one feels like it's sipping me. I mean, wow. Okay, so the ins and outs go like this. All right. This
Give it to me.
Craig Reynolds likes to give everybody props. Okay, he's like the last person involved. He wants to make sure that everybody involved in this project gets their due. On the label it says Maestro Destilador Ernesto Granados Cardoso. The bottles are numbered. Okay. Tequila Weber Azul Colima Highlands, and this is a vintage. And let me explain how this is working. Okay, similar to what Ocho does, similar to some of the other tequilas out there that are now going to the vintage idea. One village, one crop, one harvest. That's what it says on the back here. Dos Volcanes, 100% agave spirits, is made entirely from one crop of blue agaves grown on the slopes of the active volcano or Volcán de Colima. Our remote village of Cofradía de Suchitlan, hope I'm pronouncing it right, 3 miles outside the official tequila border, just 3 miles, okay?
That's incredible.
It's at the center of the region known as the birthplace of traditional tequilas and mezcals. Every bottle comes from the same crop, grown without chemicals, carefully harvested, cooked, fermented, and distilled with no additives, pure agave. That's it. Now, this is similar to what you and I have seen, Alex, on some the rest of this, on some mezcal labels. It's complete and total transparency. Okay.
I love that. I love that. All that info.
These comes from Weber agaves,
Yeah,
8 years old. Yeah, it's right there, right there. If you can see that, if you can read that, you might want to freeze it and read what it says. Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube. It is at 4,278 feet, harvested August 27, 28, 2014. This is a 2014 vintage, okay? The bricks, it tells you the bricks, 27.5% bricks. Is there any wonder that it's so full of flavor at 27 bricks?
Yeah.
Wow. Steamed in a brick oven for 26 hours, machine shredded and milled, okay? 72 hours in stainless steel, which is the fermentation. Okay, so they're using stainless steel tanks, not wood. Twice through an alembic still, which probably means alembique usually has copper. And the Reposado and Añejo are rested in limousine oak wine barrels because Craig Reynolds is from the Sacramento Valley. I mean, that's the area that he represented for years. That's where, if you're following the Agave Spirits Around the World series on Tequila Aficionado magazine, you're also aware he's involved in a Mezcalifornia initiative or project where they're growing blue agave in Central California and making blue agave spirit. They're still in its infancy. It's more of an experimental project to see if it's a sustainable thing.
Yeah.
And Alex, they even give you here the name of Diego Martinez Asensio is the agavero. I mean, this is, and the vidriero, Miguel Arturo Hernandez. That's the person that hand blew the bottles. This is a recycled glass bottle. Nowhere on this do you see Craig's name. As a matter of fact, I don't even know. I think the bottle or the information that we got is he's involved in what's the charity, Alex? I think you saw that. I want to make sure I get this right.
Project Amigo. Project Amigo. So proceeds from the sales of Dos Volcanes support Project Amigo, scholarships for poor children in rural Colima.
Yeah.
Colima, Mexico, where the agave was grown.
He does something very similar in the Central Valley in California. And I'm hoping I'm even calling it that. It's the Sacramento Valley, that area there, because all these wine regions and growing regions all have different. They all have different names, and because I've lived in Southern California most of my life, I visited. I think the closest I've gotten is to Sacramento is driving past it and stopping in Bakersfield. Actually, that was for one of our tours, but. And of course, we've been to the San Joaquin Valley. That's a Coachella Valley, that area there, or down further. I don't know what to say, Alex. This is something that I've never anticipated. We've been chasing Craig Reynolds for at least a couple of years, and it's been catch as catch can because he's kind of a one-man band. Wow.
Well, let me tell you, this is a beautiful creation. What he's doing is just fantastic. I'm really looking forward to tasting the other expressions, but this Blanco is just off the chart. It's
Oh
off the
wow!
chart.
And the more it opens up, Alex,
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
noticed that.
fans and there's some herbaceousness that I can't pin down.
I'm getting some even sweeter notes in the nose,
Yeah,
if that makes any sense. I mean, you really can't smell sweet, but it's just, I guess, that baked agave that just comes up and greets you.
yeah. It's not even a caramelized. I'm the baked agave I'm getting, but there's something else, sweet herbaceous, and I don't want to say it's mint. Or maybe it's vegetal. Is it vegetal? Is that what
Could
I'm
be
getting?
vegetal. It was green at first, but then it's softened up. It
Yeah.
went another way.
It's the longer I let it rest, the more it says what it is. And that's the beauty of this is what tequila should this is like an old school tequila, Alex. When was the last time you and I had stuff like this?
Yeah, yeah, most
20 years? Maybe longer? Wow.
beautiful.
Wow. Hey, let's just call it what it is. It's a brand of promise
Mm,
nominee. Boom! And this is in the agave spirit
brand of promise
category,
it is.
but agave spirit Mexico. All right, and this just opened up a whole new category, which has been the trademark. I think in the last couple of years, Alex, we saw that with brands of promise last year in 2020. That everybody just kept pushing the envelope, and coming up with their just opening up new categories. So wow, what is that? Oh, that's the website, huh? I don't know if you
I
can
opened
see
the
out.
website.
That's the website. Wow.
I
That's,
opened up their website. Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Uh,
what category are they putting just agave spirit?
well, yeah, the TTB
Mezcal, correct?
last no last April. The TTB opened up a whole new category, and it has two classifications within that category. One is tequila, and the other one is mezcal. But the general category is agave spirits, and that's
Right.
how he can now label that as an agave spirit, and so can the United States. So can folks who are making agave spirits in the U.S. So it won't be uncommon for you to see something from Louisville, Kentucky, as an agave spirit right next to stuff like this. Um, you know, just be aware that some of these agave spirits now are being made in Mexico outside the denomination of origin. Uh,
Right.
you probably won't see this next to Don Julio because everybody on the top shelf is pretty protective of that. But be aware that this is really worthy and there's a lot of pedigree to it. Um, Off camera, I'm going to find out what distillery he is partnered with to make this. He makes this in a distillery in Jalisco. So somewhere he's renting space in Jalisco to make this juice, and that's his master distiller who is doing this with him. So that's our take on Dos Volcanes Blanco. Lovely, go get it. What are we looking at as far as price points? Do we know? We're off the top of our
Uh,
head.
right. Price points. I was going to go check that out right now. But price points, you're looking at. Let's go to our trusty old,
You're,
old town liquor.
yeah.
I don't see they even have the Blanco.
Do they have the 375 packs? Maybe that's how it's being marketed now.
Here we go. Yeah, the 375 pack at Old Town Liquor is 99.99.
That's a steal.
That's pretty
That
good.
that's really good for a 3 pack of 375s.
Yeah.
And again, the reason I think that he went with more of the smaller packaging, not only is it more cost effective, he can spread this around so that more people can savor it and taste it. And yeah, if you like one, then go out and find the regular size bottles, if there are any left. I'm not sure how Craig is doing his his bottling, but I think this is way more cost effective. It's not uncommon that you'll see mezcals, sometimes bottled, rare mezcals bottled at like Tempestate or something like that at a 375. It's not uncommon, but I love this, and that's our take on Dos Volcanes. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That gentleman out there is
Alex Perez. Thanks for watching Sipping Off the Cuff. Let us know what your thoughts. Maybe you've already tasted Dos Volcanes. It's a beautiful spirit. And it's a must-have. For me, it's a must-have.
Yeah, you got to have it in your library. No excuses, folks.
Yeah, thanks for watching. As always, sip wisely.